4, 3, 2. Good morning, hello, and welcome to This Date in History, aka TDH. This show is about what happened to date throughout the annals of recorded history. Join us as we delve into yesteryear, not only for interesting and important happenings. I did start the music, okay? But to even answer questions you possibly don't even know you have. The sources of this information come from the smart device application. What happened today in history?
On thisday.com.
Yep. And historical calendar. Anyway, for links to these sources, the music in the background, and anything else potentially interesting, including but not limited to all things Omni Coalition, please check the underbar of the description below. Anyway, I am Xander.
I am the lovely Alice of Who, or Who is Alice, Lady Death. Call me many names, just don't call me late for dinner.
Yeah. And we may or may not be joined by the Loon, I'm not sure. He usually tries to have Saturdays off, so, yeah. Anyway, and of course, you. Today is, what is today? Saturn's Day, aka Saturday, September 23rd, 2023. 23, look at that. So, do you want to start us off, or,
Yeah, I can do a beret. Yeah, I'll start us off.
All
right. So we start off in 951. We have Otto the First, the Great, becomes King of Italy.
All right.
Yeah. We also have here in 1387. Do you want me to do 1122 as well?
Yes. Actually.
We'll do. Yeah, screw it. We'll do 1122 too. Right. So we have the Concordat of Worms. Pope Calixtus and Holy Roman Emperor Henry V.
You broke up a little,
of course
a couple of times, yeah. But we heard that for the most part.
Oh yeah, so we have the Concordat of Worms agreed between the Pope Calixtus, right?
Yeah.
And the Holy Roman Emperor Henry V.
Yeah.
So what is the Worms agreement thing?
A concordat is an agreement or treaty, especially one between the Vatican and a secular government relating to matters of mutual interest. The Concordat of Worms, specifically, and actually, is there a wiki for this? Yeah, there is. Okay, so I'll do that. Concordat of Worms stipulated that only the church had the right to appoint religious office holders, ending the practice of kings installing their preferred bishops. In return, the emperor could attend canonical elections and intervene in cases of disputed outcomes. Okay, so that sounds pretty nice, you know, like
that's pretty epic there.
Yeah, and the links to both of these. For further reading on these subject matters, please refer to the underbar of the description below. Links that you see here will be down there after the live stream, as usual. We have a third one here for you, Miss Alice.
We're 1387, right?
Yeah.
Yep. One of the most extravagant medieval English feasts ever recorded, held for Richard II and John of Gaunt. It was in London. Included 14 salted oxen, 120 sheep, 1,200 pigeons, and 11,000 eggs.
Wow, that is
a feast.
That is one hell of a feast right there. Like, 11,000 eggs. I didn't even realize that you can have that many eggs at once. You know, like, that is a lot of eggs.
How about eggs?
Yeah.
The Easter Bunny came early.
Yeah.
And or late.
I wonder if they bred pigeons, you know, for food, like how we do with chickens today. Like,
well, actually, they did.
Oh.
In Europe, back in the day, pigeons were a delicacy of sorts. I mean, it is bird, and then like, you know. Then all of a sudden, pigeons they brought pigeons to the United States, and that's why pigeons are here, for the most part. But now they're just, you know, annoying nuisances that poop on your stoop everywhere.
Yeah.
But they're actually supposedly really delicious.
Well, we have an abundance of them, so I mean, like, you know,
let's
maybe instead of trying to go to all this plant-based crap, maybe we should start eating pigeon. You know, like.
Yeah, well, the vegans aren't going to like that.
Well, the vegans can, you know, go eat a carrot.
Well, they're hypocrites anyway. They don't want to like harm anything that's living. Well, how do you explain eating vegetables? Those are living entities.
Yeah, well, like, it's been proven that like vegetables like broccoli actually scream as you chew them if you eat them raw. But like, other than that, like, you know, like, Other than that, there's a whole rabbit hole of knowledge involving like tofu. All these, vegans, they eat tofu. Tofu is one of the most pollutant, invasive, and environmentally damaging crops in all of existence. Like the amount of things you have to kill, like all the insects, like you're talking about, vegetarians and vegans being hypocrites. If they actually looked at the sources of their food and how things are made, then they're doing more damage to the planet than us burger people, So.
Well, to make soy fields and stuff, you're uprooting ground, which has like gophers and all these animals, the insects that you're basically harming them more than you are helping them.
Soy, that's what I was meaning, not tofu. Soy. Well, maybe tofu has some problems.
Tofu is made from soy.
Oh, okay. Well, then I was right unintentionally. Anyway, we got to move on up here. 16. Actually, no. Before that, where are we? 1459. Okay, hold on. Battle of Blore Heath in Staffordshire. First major battling in the English Wars of the Roses. Huh. 1561. King Philip II of Spain forbade Spanish settlements in Florida. So even back then, they knew that Florida was a no-go zone. And that explains Florida Man and all this stuff. We also have, in 1642, Harvard College in Cambridge, Massachusetts, first commencement. Cool. Alright. 1779, John Paul Jones aboard the USS Bohemian Richard defeated the British frigate HMS Serapis and became the United States' first well-known naval hero. And he's the one who said the famous quote, "I have not yet begun to fight." So, yep. We also have, where are we? 1780, British Major John Andre revealed Benedict Arnold's plot to betray West Point. Ah. Benedict Arnold, you scumbag. 1795, Conseil of the Quinquets, a Council of 500, formed in Paris. Alright. And Alice, if you want to read anything, just let me know. I'm just going to rattle off until you say something.
Here, I'll do this 1806 one.
Perfect.
Alright, we got Lewis and Clark. Returned to St. Louis from the Pacific Northwest in 1806. Hi-yo!
Hey, that was the end of their expedition.
Yep. So they went all the way up there and then came back. We have in 1818 the border demarcation markers for Morrisnet formally installed. What the heck is all that?
Morrisnet. I guess like that's
Morrisnet.
Like
yeah, Morrisnet.
Some family or something or some neutral Morrisnet. Oh, okay. Formal installation of border demarcation markers of the territory occurred on this.
Okay, so it's like basically territorial markers that are set so people know like their differences of area. Oh, okay, that makes sense.
This is actually like some kind of country or something. Like it has its own government. It has a flag, a coat of arms. Like this is like a micronation or something. I don't know. Anyway.
No.
Adding
my
that
boyfriend
to
wants to make a micronation. Yeah, my boyfriend wants to make a micronation called Magnavania or something like that. Anyways, we got 1821, the fall of Tripolista, or Litsa. Greek forces massacred 30,000 Turks during Greek War of Independence.
Wow.
Jeez.
Yikes.
That's a little 30,000.
That's a lot of thousands. Specifically 30 of them.
Yeah, we have here in 1845 the first baseball team, New York Knickerbockers, organize and adopt rule code.
Yeah. Knickerbocker. No, knickers like are a type of pants. Knickers,
Knickerbockers.
Knickerbockers.
Yeah. The pants.
No, they're actually a type of clothing. A baggy.
Those are the type of pants they wore.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, so they're named after their pants.
The more you know. Knickerbockers.
Well,
clothing.
I knew knickers were clothing.
Clothing.
I knew knickers were clothing. I didn't know knickerbockers were. Well, I guess they are a subsect. We gotta probably stop saying that word because somebody's gonna get mad.
They were like the kind of pants that they wore in baseball. So I mean, it makes sense.
It does.
I actually always wanted a pair just because, but I have to have a good pair of like shoes to go with it.
You need to have like good like shin socks
people still
too.
wear these too. Yeah, people still wear these though. That's the crazy
Roosevelt's?
thing.
Oh my God, it is Roosevelt.
Yeah, he's
crap.
wearing knickerbockers. He's got knickerbockers on.
Yeah.
Yeah,
anyway,
go Roosevelt.
Moving on up to 1845 as well, we have a hunger strike in Hague. The Hague. Oh.
The hog.
The Hague. And then 1 year later, 1846, Johann Gottfried Gale and Heinrich d'Arrest found Neptune, the planet, I believe. So.
Yep, the planet of Neptune.
Yeah. Unless you're talking about the supervillain from Rick and Morty who likes the pelvic thrust for some reason.
Well, the cool thing about Neptune is how it's on its side.
Oh yeah.
And rotates. And it's actually just absolutely beautiful planet, and it's huge for how far out it is.
Well, gas giants, gas planets are usually a lot bigger.
Yeah, I'm wondering what caused it to. Was it like an asteroid or something that hit it or knocked it on its axis? Or then again,
that's
they don't
the general
have a core.
consensus. I have seen videos where like gas giants actually forming closer to stars and then going out. Like there's a theory out there that Jupiter was farther out or something, and then it migrated inward. I don't know.
We'll have to look into that sometime.
Astronomy is awesome. Oh.
I know it is. It really too. Oh gosh. Ooh, here you go. Here's a third, buddy.
This one's for you. It involves death.
Yes. Oh yes, because I am Lady Death. 1857. We have the Russian warship Lefort disappears in a storm in the Gulf of Finland. 826 people die.
Wow.
Well done. Oh damn! Look at those mutton chops right there.
Yeah.
Holy crap! We got mustache mania and mutton chop mania going on here.
Burnside, which is actually
1862. Oh god.
I was just gonna say, General Burnside actually invented the sideburns, because he had sideburns. Let me look it up here. General Burnside. That's where sideburns came from. This guy. Look at those sideburns.
Instead of just having the beard, he has the mustache. Yeah.
He has the whole thing, but that's General Ambrose Everett Burnside from the Civil War.
I'll be right back.
Okay, but that's actually where the term sideburns come from. Anyway, speaking of Burnsides and whatnot, 1862, as you were going to read, sorry for taking that. Otto von Bismarck appointed Prime Minister and Foreign Minister of Prussia by King Wilhelm I. 1862 as well, President Abraham Lincoln's Emancipation Proclamation was published in northern newspapers. Yep. 1863, Confederate siege of Chattanooga began. And then 5 years later, the British Open Men's Golf Prestwick Golf Course, Tim Morris Jr. defeated his father, Tom Morris Sr. by 3 strokes. At the age of 17, Morris remains the youngest Open champion. Whoa. That's impressive. So not only is he the youngest, but he did so defeating his old man. That's a way to get out of your, out of your shadow. 1868, Grito de Lars proclaimed Puerto Rico's independence. This was later crushed by Spain, unfortunately, and then later we got Puerto Rico after the Spanish-American War, I believe. So, 1875. Actually, no. Before that, 1868 as well. Actually, I already did that. What am I'm having a brain fart. 1875. Billy the Kid was arrested for the first time and jailed after receiving clothing stolen from a Chinese laundry. Escaped 2 days later. Good old Billy the Kid. 1876. Ottawa Rough Riders played their first game. And where are we here? 1879. Baldwin Steam Motors tram first tried in Sydney, Australia. Huh. Alright. While that was happening, Richard Rhodes invented a hearing aid called the audiophone. The audiophone, is that like the cup thing, or what is the audiophone? Oh yeah, so that is the cup thing. You just put that up to your ear, hey? Oh. We also have, 1884, a U.S. Herman Hollerith patented his mechanical tabulating machine at the beginning of data processing. Whoa. All the way in 1884. Wow. 3 years after that, Tongariro National Park was formed in New Zealand after proposal by local chief Ngati Tuarara, 4th national park in the world. Nice. 1889, Nintendo Copy, later the Nintendo Company Limited, was founded by Fusaro Yamayushi to produce and market the playing card game Hanafuda. And that would not be their last playing card game. 1890, Ed Cartwright batted in 7 RBIs in first inning, or in 1 inning. So 7 running batting in 1. Wow, that is incredible. That is incredible. 1 year later, vocational school, Troop College, later California Institute of Technology, aka Caltech, established in Pasadena, California. I know where that is. 1895, French labor union CGT, Confédération Générale du Travail, formed. Alright. 1897, just 2 years after that last article, we have the first Frontier Days rodeo celebration in Cheyenne, Wyoming. Huh. So, rodeo, nice. 10 years later, finally in the 1900s, 1907, the proclamation set finesse and weight of silver and bronze coins of Canada. Alright, economic stuff. 1 year later, Giant Fred Bonehead Merkel failed to touch second, caused third out in ninth and disallowed winning run. Game ended tied. Cubs won replay in the pennant. Ooh. So that's why they call him Bonehead. While that was going on, 1908 as well, University of Alberta opened. I believe that's in Canada. Oh. And in 1911, Earl Ovington became the first airmail pirate. Pirate? Oh my god, airmail pirate. Going around pirating people's airmail. What the... 1912, first Max Sennett Keystone comedy movie released, Conan Collects a Debt. Alright. 1913, French aviator Roland Garros, at the age of 24, was the first to fly over the Mediterranean Sea. That's cool. Has to be a first for everything. While that was happening, women protests took place in the Free State, South Africa, led by Charlotte Maxeke, resisting government attempts to impose passes on women. Passes are burnt in front of the municipal offices. What does that mean? Passes on women? Like I don't get it. Like, let's see if looking up this article yields anything. Well, whatever this is. If anybody wants to look into this and tell me in the comment section, because I don't have the time on the show right now to go down this rabbit hole. So I'll add this to the underbar of the description below. What else do we got here? 1914, Reds dropped their 19th straight game, then beat the Boston Braves. Alright. 6 years later, 1920, despite Japanese protests, China withdraw recognition of Tsarist representatives in China. Alright, this is Tsarist, so that's Russia stuff. What does Japan have to do with Russia? Politics, man. It seeps its tentacles in everywhere. 1922, Gdynia Seaport Construction Act passed by the Polish Parliament. Alright, so what is this, this Seaport Act? Let me look into this real quick. Port history, Port of Gdynia. Okay, well, I guess I'll just add this link in the underbar of the description below if anybody wants to look more down into this. Oh well. What else do we have? 1923, 80,000 people demonstrated in Amsterdam against fleet law. Okay, what is that law? So much stuff to look up. So little time. Okay, here we go. It's not telling me anything. What significant event happened in 1923? Okay, the Berkeley fire, but that's not what I'm trying to find. Okay, well, if anybody... Oh, what is this? 70,000. This says 80,000, but I guess this is maybe the same thing. Okay. So this doesn't really tell me anything. It was against wage cuts, against the Fleet Act, and in favor of maintaining the 48-hour work week. Okay. Well, maybe I'm not getting something, but I gotta continue on here. 1925, George Kaufman's Butter and Egg Man premiered in New York City. I am the Eggman, I am the Walrus, cuckoo, ka-choo, da-doo, 1926, upset of the decade, Gene Tooney defeated defending champion Jack Dempsey by 10-round unanimous decision at Sesquicentennial Stadium, later known as JFK Stadium, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, for World Heavyweight Boxing title. Alright. 1927, Sunrise, A Song of Two Humans, directed by F.W. Murnau, starring George O'Brien and Janet Gaynor, was released and later received the Academy Awards Unique and Artistic Picture of 1927. Cool. Oh, Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, happy birthday, 1932 on this date, September 23rd. Abdulaziz ibn Saud merged the kingdom of Najd and Hejaz into the kingdom of Saudi Arabia. Even though there are enemies, I have to give them a cheer. Happy birthday. Well, yeah, I have more respect for Saudi Arabia than I do for a lot of certain people, like LeBron James. Let's see here. What else do we have? 1933, MLB, New York Yankees committed 5 errors, 3 by shortstop Frankie Cressett alone, but still defeated the Red Sox 16-2 at Fenway Park in Boston. 1938, a time capsule will be opened in the year 6939, buried at World's Fair in New York City. The capsule contains a woman's hat, a man's pipe, and 1,100 feet of microfilm. It said contained, though, so I wonder if they dug it up or whatnot. If anybody wants to let us know in the comments section, speaking of comments, do we have any live chats yet? No, we do not. 1940 as well, Dutch artist Piet Mondrian left Europe for New York, where he lived for the rest of his life. Alright? And while that was going on, Dutch Nazi collaborator Mussert's first meeting with Adolf Hitler. Yikes. So... 1941, General de Gaulle formed government in exile in London. Yep. And he went on, as I've said multiple times during the show, to form the resistance and be a pivotal key part in the invasion of Normandy and all that stuff. 1942.
Resistance.
Vive la France! Vive la Resistance! Revolution!
Viva la je crois.
Vive la je crois. Remember
Viva
the 5th of November.
The gunpowder, treason, and plot.
That
was Britain, dude. That was Britain, not France.
Well, it's the spirit of revolution. It's not to one culture. It's a humane nature to remove the shackles of oppression from our shoulders, wrists, and ankles. You know.
It's a come one, come all. Viva la resistance.
Yep.
Anyway, where are we at?
Well, perfect timing, Lady Death. You get a truly awful one.
Oh, God. The first gas murder experience was conducted at Auschwitz concentration camp in 1941.
Yikes. Yep.
Of course you get me one.
Yeah. But hey, this one's pretty cool here.
Alright, what we got here? 1942, Soviet counteroffensive at Stalingrad.
Yep.
Which I believe is now St. Petersburg.
Probably, I think, yeah.
Right?
That city has changed names so often. Even, dude, like Moscow has changed names like twice as well. It started off as Moscow, then it became something else, and it became Moscow again. So.
You know, it's kind of like how sports teams keep changing. And then going back to their places in some place. California.
No, California is where teams go to die. Like. Anyway.
Apparently not, because the Lakers are still doing good, and they're from Minnesota.
Yeah.
Originally. Now we have the Timberwolves. Anyway, which one? We got 1942 again, same day, same year. Number 36 departs with French Jews to Nazi Germany. Yay.
Yikes. Yay.
The exodus of Jews.
Anti-yay.
We're in the 40s now.
Why don't you take this fourth one here?
1944. We have the proclamation number 30 was issued during the existence of a state of war between the Philippines and the United States and the United Kingdom.
So basically that was how, by the way, you're breaking in and out. Are you raining over there?
Yeah, it's raining.
Okay, that explains it. Basically,
I got a little bit of a downpour going on outside.
The Philippines, I believe, by this time had been taken over by the Japanese, so they forced the Philippines as a puppet-controlled nation to declare war on the U.S. and the U.K. But we came in there and took over the Philippines anyway, and then they, repatriated them and all that stuff. So, but anyway, 1 year later, 1945, we have the first Cavalcade of Jazz outdoor concert held at Wrigley Field, Los Angeles, with Count Basie, Validia Snow, and others. Okay. 1949, MLB Cleveland Indians owner Bill Veeck held funeral services to bury the 1948 pennant. Wow. What a... How dramatic. 1949, U.S. President Harry Truman announced evidence of the USSR, Soviet Russia, Soviet Union, the Union of Soviet Socialist Republics, First nuclear device detonation. Thank you, Klaus Fuchs, you piece of crap British mother crap guy. Or Klaus Fuchs or whatever his name was.
Yeah, well, you could say that about like Oppenheimer and all the other people who did it on our side and all the other countries.
Well, no, I'm talking about the guy who leaked. No, Alice, the guy who leaked the information to the Russians specifically. Like, he was part of the team that developed the bomb. Like, you actually saw him in the movie Oppenheimer. He's one of the guys, like Carl Fuchs or Klaus Fuchs or whatever. I know, but I'm letting you know. Historically, he was part of the team, but he then went on and leaked that information to the Russians because he thought it was morally wrong for one side to have. He did it because he thought it was morally. He did it because he thought it was morally justified, so that way to even the scales. But no.
I get that, but at the same time, it's like, I mean, eventually someone was going to leak it eventually.
Oh, it's
or someone's going to figure it out.
It's inevitable, as with everything. Everything that's been invented is now a worldwide product. The lighter, the automobile, the light bulb, like the house, like the computer, eventually technology gets leaked. But he was the one who specifically leaked it in '49. So.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And
so that makes sense.
And he got off with a slap on the wrist. He got barely any jail time, and he was allowed to continue his life free and continue practicing research at some institute. Like, he got no real repercussions. He should have been executed, because that's treason.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Well, but here's the thing. Actually, we'll talk about that sometime. But I was just gonna say, I couldn't remember the guy's name that leaked it out, the nuclear stuff, so other countries started doing it. So I was mixing up my names there, but on that whole thing. But you say he got a slap on the wrist. It looks like this one guy, what's his name? That his name keeps coming up for the J6 stuff. He just got a slap on the wrist for inciting violence. But all these other people are still in jail for just walking in and peacefully, oh, look at this beautiful.
Well, not even walking in. If you're just there, there's people that they've been arrested and detained who are a mile away. If you are in the vicinity, you're captured. It's ridiculous.
But what about
we got to move on up here. We have 1950,
Boy?
Canada's first mountain rescue by helicopter of a forestry worker from Wells Gray Park Forestry Lookout. Huh. That's pretty cool. And then 1950
nifty.
as well, Nobel Peace Prize awarded to, or as you would say, the Nobel what prize?
The Nobel Peace Prize.
Yeah. Awarded to Ralph Bunche for meditation in Israel. He's the first black U.S. citizen winner. Alright, so the first black guy to receive a Nobel Prize. Awesome.
Frickin' right.
In 1950, no less, during segregation, during all of that hoopla. So.
Hoopla? All right, there, Tim Robbins.
Well, I mean, the civil rights movement and all that stuff. That was in the 50s and whatnot. This guy in 1950.
50s and 60s.
Yeah. So during the start of all that. So that's maybe actually that's why he got it. Or maybe that I don't know.
Who knows? Well, he was probably just a talented man.
Yeah. Definitely he earned it. There's one guy who definitely did not earn his Peace Prize, and that's Obama. So, but anyway.
Yeah, listen, we can talk about that a whole other on the peanut sometime.
1950 as well, U.S. Air Force Mustangs accidentally bombed British on Hill 282 in Korea, killing 17. Whoops. Friendly fire. So. 1952,
that's never
the first closed-circuit pay TV telecast of a sports event. Okay, so pay-per-view, I believe. Huh. Would that be the predecessor to pay-per-view? I think so.
Maybe.
We also have in 1952, undefeated Rocky Marciano knocks out defending champion Jersey Joe Walcott in the 13th round at Municipal Stadium, Philadelphia, for the World Heavyweight Boxing title. Man, dude, you could tell this guy's a boxer. His face looks like it's been, hit so many times. I mean, I'm not dissing him. I'm just saying, he looks.
Oh no, he just looks like a badass. Is what he looks like.
Well, yeah, he does. I'm not. He looks.
They both look like badasses.
Well, they do. But what I'm saying is he looks like specifically like he's freshly out of the ring, like by a day or so, because he has swelling. Like he took several hits to the face. You can see he has swelling in the cheeks and in the forehead. Like.
Yeah, it could be, or it could be like a week after, like a match or something. Like, well, like look at the other Rocky. I mean, like his face, like right there, looks like he's gotten a little through some shit. Looks like he just got done boxing. His swelling hasn't begun.
Yeah.
Anyways, let's move on.
Yeah. What else do we got here? 1955. All-male, all-white jury found Roy Brandt and John William Millam not guilty of the brutal murder of black teenager Emmett Till in Summer, Mississippi, in a landmark case that would help inspire civil rights movement in the U.S. The two later sell an interview admitting to the murder. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Monsters. Monsters.
And because it was after, double jeopardy. They can't charge him for the same crime twice.
Wow.
Well, the same issue. Like, if he murdered somebody else, that's a whole different trial. But...
Really? Like after, if somebody admits that they killed somebody, they can't be legally held accountable anymore after a jury found them innocent the first time? Are you serious? Like that's
yeah, it's called
what?
double jeopardy.
Wow, I thought you were being funny.
You can't be charged with the same crime twice. If you've been found innocent under law from a jury and everything, for let's say let's just say if you tried to trial O.J. Simpson for the murder of his wife again, and you can't do it; it's illegal.
I was literally going to say, this explains why O.J. Simpson pretty much admitted it with that book, if I did it. Okay.
Yep. Well,
wow.
Also, it's called Double Jeopardy. There's actually a movie called that with Tommy Lee Jones in it.
Wow.
And
wow, I am.
What's her name?
There should be an amendment or something.
Judd?
Like if somebody admits to something and they find actual evidence, then he should be tried again. But anyway, do you want to take this one, or are you still somewhere?
I'm still somewhere. I'm roboting.
1957, That'll Be the Day, single by Buddy Holly, and the Crickets reached #1 in the U.S. And the Crickets actually were the inspiration for the Beatles. The Beatles were because the Crickets were an insect. Beetles are an insect as well, but also the Beats. So the Beatles. So that's how they got their name. Believe it or not, look it up. 1957, President Dwight D. Eisenhower ordered U.S. troops to support integration of 9 black students at Little Rock Central High School in Arkansas. Yeah, that was a thing. That was a hoopla. Even the governor of Arkansas stood there in the doorway trying to prohibit black kids from entering. Absolutely abysmal. People think racism is alive today. Yeah, it might be, but if you look back just 50 years, 60 years, to the 50s and 60s, you have no idea what actual racism is. Okay, it's crazy. 1957, white mob forces 9 black students enrolled at Little Rock Central High School in Arkansas to withdraw. So yeah, there we go. Some more of that. So I don't know why this isn't highlighted. It's literally the same exact thing. Same date, so same event. 1959, Australia's first passenger roll-on, roll-off diesel ferry, the MS Princess of Tasmania, made her maiden voyage across the Bass Strait, mate. Oh, crikey, look at that. Stick your thumb on your pipe and smoke it. I can feel Alice shaking her head in utter disappointment in me right now. Anyway, 1961, we have the first movie to become a TV series.
It's Australians, not New Zealanders.
The first movie to become a TV series, How to Marry a Millionaire, premieres. Okay. And I have a joke revolving around that, but I won't see it on camera. Probably next year, though. 1962, ABC's first color TV series, The Jetsons, premiered. Created by Hanna-Barbera and Joseph Barbera. So, okay. So, The Jetsons. Cool. Wait, that's the Flintstones. How do the Jetsons go? That's it. Okay. 1962 as well, the LA Dodgers shortstop Mary Wills broke Ty Cobb's 1,915 Major League Baseball steals record, Recording number 97 on his way to 114. Oh, I guess 1915. Why okay, broke Ty Cobb's 1915 record. Okay, not his record of 1,915. Jesus. While that was going on, New York's Philharmonic Hall, since renamed Avery Fisher Hall, opened as first unit of Lincoln Center for Performing Arts. Cool. 1963, Georgette Cassette was the first woman on Belgian Council of State. 1967, Radio Malta stopped testing. Okay, that's confusing. Why did they stop testing? Let me look that up real quick. Were they like some kind of military something or other? What was going on? The test card. Okay. Okay. Let's just Oh, so they stopped whatever this is. Okay, well, I'm just going to add this in the underbar of the description. If anybody can make more sense of this to me in the comments section below, that'd be great. Do we have any live chats, by the way? No, we don't. 1969, Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid, directed by George Roy Hill and starring Paul Newman and Robert Redford, premiered at the Roger Sherman Theater in New Haven, Connecticut. While that was happening, we had the first broadcast of Marcus Welby, MD, on ABC TV. And we also, oh yeah, look at all this, 1968, all of the TV channels started broadcasting. Good lord, that's a lot. Let's see here, 1969 as well, Northern Star and Illinois University newspapers started rumors and that Paul McCartney was dead, which was not true. No. Is he still alive today? Yeah, he is. So, he's very much not dead. 1970, IBM announced System/370 Model 145, their first computer to employ semiconductors for its main memory. Alright. Cool, cool. 1 year later, Jean Vermeer's painting The Love Letter was stolen from the Center of Fine Arts of Brussels by a 21-year-old thief. Well, hopefully they found it. 1972, Philippines President Ferdinand Marcos announced state of emergency and declared martial law. Another Philippine thing happening. What's going on with the Philippines on this date? Is it like Philippine Activity Day? Like, what's going on? 1973, Argentine general elections. Former Argentine President Juan Perón returned to power. Alright. While that was happening, we have the largest known prime number, 2 to the power of 132,049 minus 1, was found with computer aid by David Slawinski. This was held as the largest until 1985. Alright. We also have in 1974, the BBC CFAX began their first teletext service. Okay. We also have John Lennon's single, Whatever Gets You Through the Night, featuring Elton John, was released in the US. It was Lennon's only solo #1 single during his lifetime. Alright. We also have in 1974, a revival of Jules Stein and Stephen Sondheim's musical Gypsy opened at Winter Garden Theater in New York City. Ran for 120 performances. Angela Lansbury won a Tony Award for her role as Mama Rose. Alright. 1976, South Africa decided to allow multiracial teams to represent them. Okay, good. Like, we're all people, so come on. Come on, we're all people now. Be people now. Come on, be people now. 1977, Cheryl Land replaced Farrah Fawcett on TV show Charlie's Angels. Huh. Okay. 1978, 100,000 cheering Egyptians welcome Anwar Sadat home from Camp David Peace Summit. Alright. Where is that? 1978? Okay, yeah, here it is. Oh, that guy. 1979, Jane Fonda and 200,000 people attended an anti-nuke rally in Battery Park, New York City. Alright. While that was happening, Major League Baseball St. Louis Cardinals legend Lou Brock stole 938th and final base of his career. Wow. It's a lot of stolen bases. I wonder where he kept them. Like, does he have like a warehouse just full of bases, you know? Like, 1979 as well, Somali Constitution approved by President. Alright. 1980, reggae legend Bob Marley's final concert at Stanley Theater in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Bob Marley, you legend. What year did he die? 81. Wow, before me. Like 6 years before I was born. Wow, I thought he was after that, but I guess not. 1983, Argentine military regime gave amnesty to military and political assassins. What? Why? What? That's dangerous. 1983 as well, Major League Baseball pitcher Gaylord Perry, at the age of 45, announced his retirement After 22 seasons, career record 314 to 265, 3.11 ERA, and 3,534 strikeouts. Wow. 1984, San Francisco 49er quarterback Joe Montana missed his first start in 49 games. Wow. Welcome to the show, Mr. Nurgle. How you doing, Bangarang, my friend, my pal?
What's up? Morning, good evening, and good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Just in case I don't see you.
Yeah.
Okay,
Truman.
Yes, I watch that movie on a regular basis. By the way, I very, very much enjoyed that GIF you sent me.
Oh God, I bet you did. And the tongue one, right?
Yeah, I watched it like 4 times.
Oh my God.
At first, I thought those were fingers.
Oh my God.
But I know better. But now I know better.
Hello, nerd. Hello, Mr. Nergs. We should have
What's
a
up,
Nergs read an article. Oh, living the dream as always.
Shit, y'all are on the show.
You wanna read something?
I don't have any script to go from.
Oh no, just go into screen share. Where I am, and he has it already there for you.
Yeah.
Can you tag me? I'm high.
Yeah.
I'm here, boy.
Don't worry about it.
1984.
Don't worry
Are you
about
sure?
it.
Oh.
No, he's really high, Alice. He doesn't know how to function right now, so he'll just be
It's
an
okay,
audience
Nurgle.
member today.
I'll just read it. I'll just read it for you. How about that?
Okay.
That is awesome.
All right. So we have 1984. Yeah, 1984, we have Sparky Anderson, the first manager to win 100 games in both leagues. Oh, my lord.
And for baseball, that is, MLB. So.
Yeah, Major League Baseball, for those who don't know what MLB stands for.
Yep.
We have in 1986, we're going to jump up a couple years here, we have Astro Jim DeSales. Strikes out first 8 Dodger of game, ends with 10.
You know what? I think there is another term for MLB. My little brony.
Oh God, dude,
little brony,
no.
Little brony. Fully grown adult who likes children's cartoons.
You just shut up and let's just move up. Okay, so onwards, we're gonna go to 1986 again. Or do you want me to do 1987?
You can do both.
I'll do 1987.
You can do both.
All right. So 1986, we have Congress selects the rose as the U.S. national flower.
I did not know we had a national flower. That it was.
I didn't either. I just know we have state flowers. Like ours is the lady slipper, which is a orchid. So
as it said, every rose has its thorns.
Just like every cowboy sings a sad, sad song.
What do we got in 1987?
Anyways, 1987. Yeah, 1987, we have Nigerian president Ibrahim Babangida. I don't know. Anyways, he creates 2 states, Akwa Ibom and Katsina. All right. We have a world record here. Oh, I want a record.
Okay.
Go up, bro.
With the screaming guy in the pool.
Yeah. We got American. Yeah, we have 1980 Americans Christopher Jacobs, Troy Delby, and Tom Hunter and Blondie swim world record of 3 minutes, 16 seconds, .53 to win a 4 times 100 meter freestyle relay at the Seoul Olympics. Oh my God. So they did 400 meters of swimming freestyle.
I think it's 4 by 100.
That's actually pretty taxing on the body.
Yeah.
Can you actually
I used to be a swimmer.
Well, what I mean is like for a lot of people, they can't visualize the physical distance of 400 meters.
Okay, so what the 4 times 100 meter is means that like the pool is 50 meters long. They have to go back and forth 8 times.
Okay, but you have to understand you're using meters, so we need to let people know how many feet is per meter.
Let's see here.
Yeah,
400 meters, 2 feet. 400 meters is 1,312.34 feet. So
Okay.
basically, 400 meters. Yeah, that's.
No, give them the measurement for how many feet are in 1 meter. That'll help simplify it. Just,
1
I'm gonna
meter.
shut up.
So,
1 meter is slightly over 3 feet.
3 feet is a yard. 3.2. So it's like 3.2 inches.
It's a long
So,
way. So let's
perfect.
move on up to
my bad.
1988. Fiji's new constitution was
I've got
proposed.
100 meter.
Yeah. In 1988 as well, Jose Canseco was baseball's first to steal 40 bases and hit 40 home runs. Wow. Go Jose.
Hell, dude, Jose Canseco, he's a legend, dude.
Yeah. It just says player. He should be a legend.
One of the best batters in baseball history.
Yeah.
Kirby Puckett.
We also have in 1990, PBS began an 11-hour miniseries on the Civil War. That's cool. I was only 3 years old. I would have loved to watch that if I was older, though. Oh. And while that was happening, Saddam Hussein said he would destroy Israel. Wow. That's a bit of a proclamation right there. Good luck with that, my friend. Oh.
Wow.
Yeah. 1992, we have the first female to play in an NHL exhibition game. Alice, why don't you take this one? This one here.
Oh. The first female to play an NHL exhibition game. And Hiromi to go for the Tampa Bay Lightning. Up 2 goals on 9 attempts in 1 period.
Huh. Well, you broke up like a horrible thing right there. So, but I'll reread this.
I went to
1992, we have the first female to play in a National Hockey League exhibition game. Manan Rumi, goalie for Tampa Bay Lightning, gave up 2 goals on 9 attempts in 1 period. Dang. 1992 as well, Bill Comrie purchased BC Lions from CFL. So the British Columbia Lions from the Central Football League? What's the CFL? I don't know. While that was happening, Bradless announced it will take over Alexander's department stores in New York City. Excuse me? I did not realize I had department stores in New York City, and why were they given to him? I was only 5 years old. There's no way I could have consented to that. That's not cool.
And why are you not getting paid?
I know, right? Where's my royalty? Where's my residual fees? Come on. I don't see any of that money.
Where's my money?
We also have 1992, mudstorm killed 30 people in South France. That's sad. Oh. 1993, the Paul Chu Group reported superconduction at negative 123 degrees Celsius. This is a record high. That's a high? Like, wow.
Celsius.
Negative. Negative 123.
Negative? Oh. What? So that's a high for a low temperature.
Apparently. 1994, The Shawshank Redemption, directed by Frank Darabont, starring Tim Robbins and Morgan Freeman, was released.
Oh!
Yeah.
We should watch for that.
Yeah.
I'm putting that in. I'm putting that in movies for tonight. We gotta watch.
We do. I haven't seen that in a while. So, and plus, I find it a little ironic.
I haven't watched.
I find it a little ironic that they would have anybody, especially like one of the lead characters in a movie about a prison, to have the last name of Freeman. That's a little ironic. What else do we got here? 1999, NASA announced that it had lost contact with the Mars Climate Orbiter. Alright. And Alice, sorry if I talk over you, but like you are so robot-y and breaking up, I'm not even sure if you're talking or if I'm hearing background noise. So, 1999, Qantas Flight 1 overran the runway in Bangkok during a storm. While some passengers only received minor injuries, it is still the worst crash in Qantas history to date. Wow. 2002, the first public version of the web browser Mozilla Firefox, aka Phoenix 0.1, was released. Hey, Firefox. I run Firefox. Firefox is the best browser, period, ever, period. So, what do you say? What do you say, Alice?
I love Mozilla.
I love Mozilla.
Well,
too.
also there's like the Firefox. I loved it. It's not the same as it used to be, but I love the original.
Yeah. Just gotta make do with what
That's
you
what
got.
I use.
Yep.
Yeah. Do what you gotta do. Go and walk it out.
Yep. We also have 2003, the crime drama NCIS, starring Mark Harmon, Michael Weatherly, Paulie Perrette, and David McCollum, premiered on CBS in the U.S. And 2004, at least 1,070 people in Haiti were reported killed by floods due to Hurricane Jean. You know, like Hurricane Jean, like, you know, that doesn't sound threatening. Oh, Hurricane Jean is coming. Ooh, better batter your head. If they named it Hurricane Move, it's gonna kill you with a freaking tree limb traveling at 110 miles an hour. Then, you know, you'll be more inclined to leave. So we gotta start naming hurricanes more threateningly.
Well, Hurricane Sandy didn't seem too threatening, and then it flooded New York and also a good portion of Pennsylvania too, and Jersey.
Now, see, on the other end of the spectrum, to some degree, Hurricane Hillary sounds like threatening as all hell, but all we got over here was a slight drizzle, but they did get rained out. Burning Man got completely flooded. That turned into a whole thing. Vegas got flooded. That was weird. And we had an earthquake. So, like, you know, maybe it lived up to its name. No, yeah, the science is still out on that. Moving on up to 2009, TV comedy Modern Family premiered on ABC, starring Ed O'Neill and Sofia Vergara. All right. 2012, 20 Iranian U.S. visas were denied, including diplomats and 2 ministers, ahead of the UN General Assembly meeting in New York. Wow, that's fishy. While that was going on, Iran blocked the use of Google as a search engine. Ooh, okay. What did they use, Bing? Or probably Ask Jeeves back then, you know. 2012 as well, scientists discovered 4 genetically distinct types of breast cancer. Oh, great. That's not good. Now there's subtypes. Like, you have breast cancer A, B, C, or D. So, actually, 2017, U.S. President Donald Trump withdrew invitation to the White House for NBA champions Golden State Warriors after Stephen Curry said he doesn't want to attend. Okay. So, oh yeah, that reminds me. There's an article here that is so completely a lie. Like, I want you and I to have a discussion about this. Actually, we'll talk about it in the Kick Peanut. But 2007.
Put it in the peanut.
Yeah, well, we'll get to it here in a minute because it is so blatantly wrong. But we'll get to it. 2018, 39-year-old New Orleans Saint quarterback Drew Brees threw a 17-yard pass to Michael Thomas to become NFL career pass leader, breaking Brett Favre's record of 6,300 completions. Saints defeated the Falcons 43-37. All right.
Okay.
2018.
That's what you want to talk about?
No. Well, it's about Trump. Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi launched Modi Care, free healthcare for 500 million people, world's biggest healthcare program. Oh, wow. This guy, plagiarized Obamacare 100%. Modi Care.
Well, I'm glad the Supreme Court said that Obamacare is unconstitutional.
Yeah, I am too.
Well, we're fining people if they don't sign up for it, at least.
Yep. 2018 as well, Japan's space agency was the first to place 2 robotic explorers on an asteroid, Ryugu, from its Hayabusa 2 spacecraft. Of course, Japan's the first. Those people are, technologically extreme, you know?
Oh my god, we got Tiger Woods!
2018, a mud volcano, the Otman Bozag, erupted 300 meters or 980 feet high near Baku, Azerbaijan. Huh, a mud volcano.
Azerbaijan.
Azerbaijan.
Azerbaijan! No.
It's Azerbaijan.
I call it Azerbaijan.
Azerbaijan? But But Azerbaijan
and
Azerbaijan
it's kind of like how I say, instead of saying Metallica, I say Metallica.
Azerbaijan. No, okay, well, there is no Azerbaijan. So, okay. Now I get it.
Doesn't exist anymore. Sorry, Azerbaijan doesn't exist.
Oh, no, I thought Azerbaijan was an actual another country. I thought there was Azerbaijan and Azerbaijan, and I'm like, no, they're actually, but no, there's not, so. Anyway,
Well, the more you know.
2019, the 178-year-old British travel company Thomas Creek went into liquidation, stranding 600,000 travelers worldwide, prompting the largest post-war repatriation effort by the UK government. Holy crap!
Jeez.
Wow! Could you imagine you're out for a cruise and suddenly, like what happened was like people go out on cruises. Well, what if you go out on cruise with Carnival or whatever, and you're out in the Bahamas or whatever. All of a sudden, Carnival ceases to exist as a company. How do you get home?
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, yeah, you just screwed all those people over. Oh, yeah. My God. Here you go. Here's a good article for you.
Climate activist Greta Thunberg scolds world leaders. How dare you?
Do you want me to read this for you?
Go for it. How dare you?
Okay. In 2019, climate activist, how dare you, scolds world's leaders, how dare you, for not addressing climate change at the UN Climate Action Summit in New York City.
Has it really been that? I swear it was longer than 2019.
Yeah.
Has it really only been 4 years? I thought it's been longer than that.
This is right before. Well, in all honesty, the whole lockdowns with COVID, it made it feel like you went through 4 years instead of 2.
Yeah.
I mean, it doubled, that's why it feels like it's long.
The amount of things that happened really made it seem like a lot more time had passed. So.
Yeah, I know. It's 2019 wasn't really that long ago.
No, only 4 years.
However, it feels like it was 7-8 years ago. Because of the really, it's a mind screwy fucky thing.
Yeah, it's
so. Anyways, I'm gonna go to. It's what?
Oh, it's like a reverse. How when you get older, everything seems farther away. Or
down.
seems closer. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, as you get time, feels like a year and a half, 2 years for me. So, anyways, let's go to 2019 again.
Hold on a second.
Same year, same day. Haitian Senator Jean-Marie Ralph. I don't know what that is, but I'm just gonna say Guy Fieri, but it's not. Opens fire, hitting a journalist leaving Parliament in Port-au-Prince.
Wow.
Huh.
Why is a senator using a gun? What the hell?
Yeah, I know. Well, Port-au-Prince, I think they predominantly speak French, and this is a Chicago word, so.
Well, no, but why is a senator opening fire? He's shooting somebody with a gun. Why? Why? Why?
Well, because people are people. I don't know.
That's weird.
Also, same day, same year, in 2019, renewed violence in West Papua region in Indonesia leaves 27 dead in capital. What was it? Was that what?
Wamena.
Wamena. Yeah, after protesters set fire to buildings over racism claims. Yep. There we go.
Oh yeah. So yeah, I have an idea. In response to being called a violent, race, let's go out and do something violent because that'll prove, people who hate us wrong. Yeah, that's smart. Yeah. Stupid.
Well, we also have same day, same year. Police officer fired after arresting 2 6-year-olds at a school on charges of misdemeanor battery in Florida.
I remember that.
Okay.
I remember that. That was hilarious.
I remember hearing that too.
Throw the book at those kids. Seriously.
All right, real quickly, let's go see. We have mugshots for them? Oh no, they're minors, so we can't see them. So
yeah. No, anyway, 2020 here. Alexander Lukashenko was sworn in for the 6th term as president of Belarus in a secret ceremony amid continued widespread protests against his re-election. That is shady as hell.
Lukashenko is his name. Last name, I mean. Lukashenko.
Dictator and first president.
For some reason, I'm really good with Slavic.
And this is his 6th
term.
For
some reason, I'm really good with Slavic words.
Nope. 2020 as well, Kentucky grand jury indicted only 1 of 3 officers for wanton engagement for shooting unarmed Breonna Taylor in Louisville. That's Kentucky, I believe.
What?
Oh. Oh, this is the one I was talking about.
Oh yeah, Breonna Taylor.
And they edited this because this was highlighted last night. So they're trying to sweep this under the rug now. This lie. But I'm not even going to read it. Just read it in your own brain, Alice. Like, this is such a lie. Like, obscene lie. You see that?
Yeah, but I still want people to hear this. This is not what he said. People to go peace. And in 2020, President Donald Trump refuses to commit to a peace transfer of power after the U.S. November election at White House conference. How is that like a peaceful transfer? Like, here's the thing, is that the transfer happened back in January. Why is this happening in September?
Because it's a lie. They're trying to literally make up stuff and pass it as history in order to boost their own agenda. Like, that's what I'm saying. They're rewriting history.
That is not accurate.
That's literally a lie.
Because peaceful transfer that happens between November and January. From after the day, for it to be put right here in 2020, like, that's not right, because it's not a year transfer of power. It happens. Like, it slowly happens where you have people come in, you acclimate them and show them around, and show them how things are. This is absolutely a horrid lie, and
a complete lie.
Actually got a screenshot. This just what I have it.
Yeah.
Because this wouldn't happen in September. This would have happened between November and January.
No, this is why.
So,
this is what these people are doing. They're literally making stuff up in history, shoehorning things in order to push agendas. Like,
was this circle back? Psaki? Who said this at a press conference? Because it says White House press concert, so she says this at a press conference.
Anyway, I want to wrap us up here because I'm getting really hungry. So I want to finish this up. 2021, the Biden. Well,
actually, let me read this.
Go for it.
Can I read this? I was gonna actually read the one below it.
Oh, well then. Okay, well. 2021, the Brandon administration and EPA introduced the first regulation against greenhouse gases, reduction of hydrofluorocarbons by 85% in 15 years. Yeah, sure. Okay.
Good luck.
Yeah.
Anyway. We have in 2021 fossilized footprints, 23,000 to 21,000 years old. White sands in New Mexico indicated settlement by humans of North and South America earlier than previously thought.
Huh. We all know white sands, New Mexico is where they test a bunch of stuff. So.
And also, we like to ban guns, which is against the Constitution, apparently, too.
That's that was. I think they overturned it. Like.
Well, they have to. It's unconstitutional.
No.
Anyway.
No. Hold on. No. Like a lot of police officers, police chiefs, and the DA, and a lot of people in the state, straight up came out and said, we will not enforce this law by this mad woman. So straight up the police are saying, okay, we're not going to enforce this because it's unconstitutional. No. So good. People are finally standing up.
Well, we vote for them too at the same time. So I mean, you gotta hold your accountable. Well, not all of us do, but some do. And so if they get mad about it,
voting is a fabrication to keep the illusion of choice. But that's a whole conversation. Why don't you take this one
can put
here?
That in the peanut.
Yeah.
All right. So we have 2022 British Prime Minister Liz Truss and Chancellor Kwasi Kwarteng released the mini budget that broke Britain. That's in quotations, by the way, for those who aren't seeing this. Containing largest tax cuts, leads to an economic crisis and the downfall of both.
Yeah, I remember there's a meme after Boris Johnson resigned. I think Liz Truss here became the prime minister, and
she lasted less than a month.
Yeah, well, there's apparently a thing in Britain where can the prime minister last longer than the cabbage or whatever? They have a cabbage. And they just leave it there, and they see if they can last longer than how long it would take for the cabbage to rot. And literally, she lasted less than a cabbage.
Yep. It happens. All right, we have 2022. Russia hold sham referendums on 4 party-occupied Ukrainian regions, with some Ukrainian citizens voters forced to vote at gunpoint. Jeez. I'll be right back.
All right. Yeah, that was in occupied Ukraine during the war. That's still going on today. 2022 as well, St. Louis Cardinals slugger Albert Pujols hit 2 home runs with 5 RBIs and 11-0 win over the Dodgers in Los Angeles. Became the 4th player in MLB history to hit 700 career home runs. Nice. We also have tennis great Roger Federer played his final professional match during the Lever Cup in London. Teams with friend and rival Rafael Nadal, but lost 6-4, 6-7, 9-11 to U.S. citizens Jack Sock and Francis Tifo. And last, but maybe least, because this guy is here. 2022, Brandon awarded British singer Elton John with National Humanities Medal. I would not have taken that, honestly. I would have, just not showed up. Anyway, that shall conclude the show. Once again, please check the underbar of the description for any links you may find interesting in, including but not limited to all things Omni Coalition. Please check out our link tree. Links to our video sharing, streaming sites are there, our social networking, our affiliates. Of course, all these links that I've been gathering will be down in the underbar of the description post-show. Anyway, for your dose of Passive Events Daily, we stream every day at, we stream 5 days a week, Friday through Tuesday, that just sounds weird, at 11 in the morning Pacific Time, which is 12 Mountain, 1 Central, and 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. For all of you and all of us, I am Xander, and we had Alice here, we had Nerds, and of course you, viewer, are you. Until you catch us tomorrow, don't forget to look right and left at every intersection, rate 5 thumbs, and subscribe. Toodles!